What's good, my homies? It's your boy Tuck, back at it again with another episode of Self-Talk. Hope y'all are doing well and beautiful on this Sunday. I know y'all missed me last week, but boy, when I tell you, pollen kicked my butt last week. Like, it gave me the two-piece with a biscuit on the side. It literally Falcon punched me in the face. I don't know, it happens every single year, but from spring to summer, them allergies just kick in, and literally I was sneezing, I was coughing, my eyes were puffy. It just wasn't a good look, and I didn't want to be in front of the camera being all nasally, sneezing, snot everywhere. That's not pretty. That ain't cute. And I'm cute, so we wasn't gonna do that. So apologies for missing last week, but we back. I'm better. I'm back to my old good self. So let's get into the self-talk, but first, we're going to talk about album of the week. So for the album of the week, we're going with New York's finest. Honestly, Kings of New York right now, to be honest with you, the way they're going. Trust the Sopranos by Benny the Butcher and 38 Special. So I know I talk a lot about lyricism. I always talk about the melodies. I always talk about the production of the album. But for me, the high point of this album was literally the imagery of this album. Like, I swear, I felt like I was in the freaking mafia while listening to this album. Like, I came out the mud when running a drug cartel with my stuff, bro. Like, it was that type of feel. And something about Benny, like, the butcher's coming, the butcher is coming. Like, killed it as always. Bars was on 100. Little grit though into it, man. It hits different. And I mean, I'm gonna give my nods to New York right now. They in good hands with them and Griselda, because they slaughtering it. It's like, people need to respect their name wholeheartedly. And I'm talking about all the major people, like Grammys, respect them. BET, respect them, because y'all slacking right now. And it's like, the imagery on this was A1. 38 Special did his bars and his production, A1 on top of it too. And honestly, it was slept on. To be honest with you, went kind of under the radar, and I feel like it needs to get its just dues. You feel me? You got the fire tracks. Like, you got Immunity, Tokyo Drift, Blue Diamond. It's like, bro, it's like hit after hit after hit. It's like, you want to have that little dry music, like with the seat cocked all the way back, just rolling. Put this album on. Trust me, it will be fire album. Like, coming in summer, if you want to be on your grittiness, be out your mud stuff, be in your bag, listen to this, because it is fire. So for my album of the week, Trust the Sopranos by Benny the Butcher and 38 Special. So today is a very special self-talk today, and why is that? Because we're starting part 1 of Self-Talk by You. Yes, Self-Talk by You. You, the viewers, brought in these ideas, and I've been studying, I've been researching, I've been in my bag looking at these topics, and you know what? We're gonna start with part 1 today. And the first one we're gonna start off with is confidence and self-esteem. And I'm gonna explain a little bit more into that. It's like, numerous people hit me up like, hey Tuck, how do I build my confidence? Tuck, how can I be more confident in this? Tuck, how do I build my self-esteem? And all these different questions, but honestly, coming down to the same thing of confidence and self-esteem. And honestly, for me, I'm as most confident as I've ever been in my whole entire life, and it just took time, practice, just a lot of faith, to be honest with you. So I'm glad to bless y'all with this knowledge, this wisdom about how to be more confident in what you do. So you already know how we do. 4 tips and 4 tricks on how to build your confidence and how to build your self-esteem. So let's get into it. Look at your blueprint. You are the best person. The only person that's gonna know you the best is yourself. Like I said in my previous self-talk about individuality, make sure you go check that out. You know yourself best. You know what you're good at, you know what you're bad at. You know what you like, and you know what you hate. It's like, if you know your blueprint is gonna be the key in order to build your confidence up more and build your self-esteem. Like for me, I'm good with math. I know how to balance a chemical equation. I know how to do stoichiometry. I know how to do all that. So I'm confident in that ability because I'm the best at it. But if you tell me to write a newsletter or tell me to write an article, I ain't gonna be that confident at it because I suck at that. I'm not good at writing. So knowing your blueprint is gonna help build the confidence in the places where you need to be at. And yes, I understand some people want to be the best at everything they do. They think they could be the best at every single talent, sport, or any task that comes to them. And hey, kudos to you if you can do that. But that is a very, 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 very small percentage of people in this world. Like, we're not perfect here, people. Everybody has their own specific talent that they awesome at, that they're dope at, and they should have full confidence in that. Like I said, confidence and trust go hand in hand. If I know you the dopest at that, I'm gonna trust you at that, you feel me? So if you know you got a great talent out there and you know it's in you, put it out there. Let people know about it. You know your blueprint, and a blueprint makes something in the physical world. So write it out, do what you got to do in order to build that confidence up. So for tip number 1, know your blueprint. Wear your confidence. If the clothing helps you perform, put it on, do it. Now, I can see this being a very controversial topic for numerous reasons. One, people will say like, oh, once you take the clothes off, are you really as confident as you say you are? And 2, price. People connotate price to confidence as well, which I can agree and also disagree on that. But like, let's be honest, especially when it comes to athletes, you always wear your certain thing every time you go play. You got your certain basketball shoe, you got your certain shorts, you got your certain headband you put on, because it helps you perform the best. That's when you're most confident. Especially for me, being a sneakerhead the way I am, it's just like stuff like this and stuff like this. It just helps me be more confident as a person. It's just my way to put my style out, put my 100% of me out. And it's just the way you wear your confidence on your sleeve. And I can clearly say that I wear my confidence on my sleeve. For me, like wearing some sweatpants, some J's, and the tee is when I'm most confident. And even though I look very good in formal wear, that's when I'm least confident, because sometimes it feels too tight. I feel like one of them monkeys dancing on the street with like a tambourine and all that stuff, you feel me? It just comes to different people and different expressions. And trust me, you're gonna find different people with different styles. Like, you go from your Steve Jobs wearing some dusty New Balances and some khakis every day, but he made billions and billions and billions of dollars. And then you got your people wearing your Moncler, your Gucci, your Louis Vuitton, wearing high fashion stuff and being successful in their own way, and that brings out their own confidence. It's a wide spectrum, and I think that's why fashion and style is so important. You're able to get a certain expression out of everything you wear, and that's why I said when it comes to confidence and self-esteem, you never know what emotion is going to come out of you just but what you put on. It's like some people may be the most confident wearing a hoodie, some sweatpants, and some Crocs. Anything could happen, you feel me? So wear your confidence on your sleeve, because if you're not comfortable in what you're wearing, most likely you're not going to be that confident in what you do either. So for tip number 2, wear your confidence. Positivity reigns supreme. Something bad has never made anything good. So when it comes to confidence and self-esteem, negativity will never help you at all. So let me explain the difference between confidence and self-esteem. Confidence is how you feel about the tasks you do, the outside effects. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself internally. So if you bring in something negative into you internally, it's going to have bad self-esteem. And in effect, if you have bad self-esteem, most likely your confidence is going to be trash. It's like, for instance, if you get an assignment at work and you said, oh, I already know I'm not going to get it done and I'm going to suck at it. Bad self-esteem. And in effect, your confidence is bad. And in effect of that, your boss ain't gonna trust you. And it's literally a rippling effect of bad stuff on bad stuff on bad stuff. Positivity is key and is king. It will be the best thing that helps you succeed, and it'll be the best thing to help you maintain good confidence. For real, everybody loves to hang around a confident dude. It's like, for me, once my confidence came up, it felt like a whole aura was around me where everybody just wanted to talk to me. People wanted to know my story. People wanted to hear what I had to say. Now, if I said this self-talk all negative, like, don't worry, you'll never gain confidence. You probably won't be good at what you do. I don't know, I don't think I'm that very good at this either. You ain't gonna wanna listen to what I have to say, right? You're gonna not be attracted and wanna click to the next video because, oh, this man ain't talking about nothing good. But me being positive, me telling my story, and me being bold helps attract you. It keeps you in, you feel me? So, positivity will always remain supreme. It'll always be king, and it'll always be major keys to having good self-esteem and good confidence. So for tip number 3, positivity reigns supreme. Practice, practice, practice. Confidence is like a plant. It's an ongoing process. And it's gonna take some time until you get to your optimal point. Confidence and self-esteem is something that's developed over time. Nobody comes straight out the room like, I'm a confident baby. Nobody does that. It takes time. It takes your mistakes. It takes your L's. It takes your setbacks in order to continue to grow. And that's why you gotta keep practicing over and over and over again. This is not gonna happen overnight. If this happened overnight, everybody would have been done it right now. But it takes the time. You just gotta have them positive affirmation. Keep practicing, keep looking up. All those 3 prior tips I just talked about, keep practicing those every single day. It's like a shot. Sometimes you gotta keep throwing bricks. You gotta keep throwing them up until a basket goes in. And once that basket goes in, you develop your form. You develop in your own type of confidence. And honestly, I could definitely vouch that for myself, especially while I'm doing these self-talks. From going to season 1 into now, I'm doing my own trial and error, getting more comfortable with the camera. Like, I wasn't this comfortable beforehand. I was just like, my name is Tuck and this is self-talk in my first season. And if you don't believe me, you can literally scroll all the way down to my oldest videos and you'll see the growth happening. It's just something that happens over time. And yes, I'm still going through my trials and errors with this. And yes, I'm still learning. And yes, my confidence can continue to improve, but I can say now that I'm at a way better place. And I'm glad people asked me to talk about this topic because, hey, this is a growing thing for me too. We all growing together, you feel me? And I'm gonna root you on and you gonna root me on. We all gonna root on together. That's the Q&K brand. That's what we do. This is what happens over here. So remember to continue to practice. Keep working on it. Trust me, you got this. You can do this. So for tip number 4, practice. Practice and practice. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Part 1, self-talk by you. Went off with a bang, you feel me? Stay confident. I know self-esteem, keep it up, you feel me? Good part 1. And then next week we got part 2 and we are talking about anxiety. And boy, did I deal with that over this COVID panoramic. Man, did I do. Some personal stories finna come out on the next episode of Self Talk. So make sure you stay tuned. You know, always like, comment, subscribe, follow your boy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the whole 9 yards, you feel me? On every social platform. This is Tuck. This is Q&K. Part 2 of Self Talk by you coming next week. Peace.